I mean, when you're out and about in Sag Harbor, yes, you run into the Countess, you're hanging with the Countess. Jill Zarin lives down the street. Candace Bushnell. I was at American Hotel like a week ago where the whole thing with Justin Timberlake went down. Walked in, there was Candace, said hello. I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen Erin once in Sag Harbor, which doesn't mean she doesn't live there. I mean, there is parts of Sag Harbor that are, I don't know. I was shocked. I was like, I've never seen Erin in Sag Harbor in my life. Just shocked. That's all. No point to that story either. I've taken the Blade helicopter. Look, here's how it works. There's also a Blade bus, which was new this past season. Here's how it works. Some people drive out to the Hamptons from New York. I don't have a car. I don't want a car. I don't ever want to drive. Period. The end. You can take an Uber back and forth, which depends on the time of the year and a lot of other things, which would possibly be like 400 bucks or something to that effect. But if you're getting into a car, you could also take the train or the jitney. Lots of people take the jitney. I take the jitney or the train. Um, but that takes like 2.5 hours to 2 hours and 45 minutes. Not horrible. This is why I mean, it's different for me because I'm in the Hamptons until I'm not, and then I'm in New York. But there are people that have actual office jobs that literally, well, summer house. You guys see how it works. You literally go on a Friday, sit in like, and by the way, in the summer on a Friday, 2 hours, 2.5 hours ain't that. It's like 3.5, 4 hours, three. Go all the way out to have to go back Monday morning or Sunday night. Ugh. So that's where the Blade helicopter comes in, and it literally cuts down like a several hour trip to 25 minutes or 20 minutes. It's 750 bucks, which, believe it or not, I find that to be a way better use of your $750. There's a Blade bus now, which was new this past year, which is like the Jitney's a bus, but it's like, everyone takes the Jitney. But the Blade bus is a high-end experience. It's $200 versus a regular Jitney, which is like $70, $75. But the thing about the Blade bus is it still takes as long. So I actually think the 750 for the damn helicopter for 20 minutes is a better use of your money. Like to me, the Jitney, now, yes, the Blade bus, they give you wine, they give you salad, like you get to eat food. And you get like your own seat. So it's like a huge first class seat on a bus. They give you a cashmere blanket. I know all of this sounds wonderful. And it is, but the actual regular jitney, it's not like, it's like an inner city bus. Everybody takes the jitney. I'm just saying, if it were me, I'd rather spend the $750 and fly for 20 minutes than spend $200 and have the same amount of. I mean, the bus don't get there any quicker. Yeah, it's a big seat. It's a cashmere blanket. You get some food. All right. I don't know what my point is, but the Blade helicopter, because I have taken it before. For those that didn't get on it, I get it. It is scary. I feel this about the Blade helicopter. If you take it once in a while, okay, which this theory makes no sense. Taking it like every week or every whatever, I don't know. Helicopters scare me. So for Sai, who didn't get on it, and Jenna, I get it. I've had moments on there. I don't know. It scares me. Anyway, moving on. Uba's, I find, I don't know. Uba doesn't jump off the screen to me. I forget she's there most of the time. She's like, just, I don't know. She's in love. Going to Greenwich. We have Diana Ross who lives in Greenwich. Go to Greenwich, girl, and get yours. The guy is really cute. I'm all about it. What else can I tell you? So the Scientology, I love how it ended. They broke through the fourth wall. And I mean, look, Rebecca's been in the media before, but she says, the Daily Mail called and we're running with a story. And then I love how Jessel and Bryn are asking her questions. And, good for Bryn. I love when Bryn is like, yeah, it's not, we haven't gotten to the bottom of this, and it is freaky. And it's not that strange that, it's breaking that you have a Scientology past and everyone on your cast wants to know about it. I just think it's so funny that this was at the beginning of filming. It's episode 2, and here we are. And we're already talking about Scientology. I love it. I think it ended interestingly. We're asking everybody about Scientology. And I kind of agree with Bryn on this one that, I don't know, Scientology kind of just freaks me out. So love that. Love that we're going to get in it. Raquel Chevrolet's wife. Love you. And Rebecca Minkoff, let's scratch that surface. Those are the two most interesting things to me, to me about RHONY. Overall, it ain't great news. It ain't great news. I'm going to be very honest with you. A little bored, but it's not across the board. Sarah did not love it, but a lot of you loved it. A lot of you really liked Rony so far. And for that, I am not going to take that away from anybody. And maybe it's, I don't, you know what it is? When you know something, this really is what I think. When you know something and it's your norm, two things happen. You either love it because you are familiar with it. Like, I'm familiar with all these places that are going to go in the Hamptons. I'm familiar with New York. So it's great because you see places you're familiar with, or it's like, I have to take myself out of it. Like, is it's is is Roni interesting to people because there are so many people listening to this. We have listeners all throughout the US, but we have people, we're big in Australia. I say this all the time. We're big in Scotland. We're big in the UK. We're big in Ireland. And I'm not saying these are remote places, they're remote, they're far, but like, are people just intrigued by New York because not everyone in the world has been to New York and they love to hear about Canal Street and the fake bags and the dim sum and the Hamptons? I don't know. So maybe New York's interesting to some of you because you haven't been here. And I don't even mean that like in a condescending way. I'm trying to take myself out of it, but I'm bored. Okay. I'm a little bored with this season of Roni. I was a little bored at the last season of Roni, and it's I'm bored. I'm bored. That's all. So that's not great news. But now the tides must be turning a little bit. I can't believe I'm saying this. And we still got to get to Jersey. So I got Jersey stuff to say. And I have OC stuff to say. Little Salt Lake. Potomac is back in our lives. Now, we had the first episode of this past Sunday, which is all sorts of time ago. So there you go. And here is where we are with all of this. Now, Potomac, I love it starts. We have a reenactment of the fateful night of Miss Huger's DUI, and we see a deer jump out, and we see the car swerve, and we see a stump, not you tree stumps. Ooh, no, no, no. An actual tree stump, and we see Miss Huger's car crash. An enactment. We've never had an enactment, have we? Maybe when like Dorit was burglarized? I don't know. How many enactments have we had throughout the years? Again, guys, remember different production companies, but here we are. Here we are, and we're starting. And I'm like, oh boy, we're doing this enactment and blah, 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 blah. What the hell is this going to be? So there's that. And I'm like, how good is this going to be? But it starts, and keep an open mind.